Dzień dobry Państwu, nazywam się Marcjanna Dębska, jestem prezesem Centrum Mediacji Izby Adwokackiej w Warszawie i mam dzisiaj ogromną przyjemność zaprosić Państwa do rozmowy z dwoma wybitnymi mediatorami. Pierwszym z nich jest adwokat Natalia Ołowska-Czajka, adwokat i mediator naszego centrum, a drugim naszym gościem jest MacArthur Pierre-Louis, adwokat i mediator praktykujący w Houston w Teksasie, który obecnie jest w Polsce. Jest nam bardzo przykro, że z powodu pandemii nie udało nam się zorganizować żadnego spotkania na żywo z mediatorami naszego centrum, ale właśnie siedzimy i pracujemy i obmyślamy plan na przyszłe kursy, na przyszłe wydarzenia, zarówno te online, jak i mam nadzieję te na żywo. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
Good, thank you so much.
So the first question, how do you like Poland?
Yes, thank you. So I've been to Poland twice, and it's a very unique, special place for me now, having come for 2018 and 2019, and now 2020. The second time is different because of coronavirus. Of course, we're all masked now and social distancing. But both times, I've learned a lot of the history. I've eaten a lot of Polish cuisine. I've met a lot of very friendly people. The only thing I would say is that it's very cold in your country, and I'm not used to the cold weather that much because both times I've come, it's been the winter. Also, the lack of sun, I guess, it's a little different. You have a few hours of sun and then it's dark again. I'm not used to that.
True.
So that's the only thing. But other than that, I just love the people and love being around here. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to hear.
Yeah, Natalia, should I ask you, how do you like Poland?
I do like Poland because I live here by choice.
Okay, so MacPierre, maybe you might tell us something about yourself, your professional background as
Sure.
a mediator and as a lawyer.
Sure, yes. So I've been an attorney for 11 years and a mediator for a few years. I love the mediation aspect because it's a way I can help people resolve their disputes without having to go to court and run up legal bills and not having any control over the outcome. And so it's really become a big project for me. And then when I partnered up with Natalia, we got very serious about establishing some kind of platform to help people be able to mediate quickly and efficiently. You know, because some years ago I had tried to do the whole online mediation thing myself, just by putting computers together or putting people on different videos side by side, but it wasn't coming around because there wasn't people believing into it. But now, after coronavirus and people really taking online mediation seriously, it's working. But anyway, back to the history. After law school, focusing on family law, and then developing Instant Mediations with Natalia, I guess that's all I would say is in a nutshell, the history about me.
And now about me. I am a Polish advocate and I've been doing that for 20 years. My main focus is family law and I've been doing international family law. I am a member of two international organizations. One is a Spanish-speaking one, which is AIJUDEFA, Asociación de Juristas de Derecho de Familia. And the other one is the English-speaking one, which is International Academy for Family Lawyers. And doing that, I realized the role of mediation also in international family law cases, where you have two different legal systems involved. What can you do? The best way is really to bring people together and talk. But how can you do that if there is the distance in terms of travel, costs of travel, when there is the difference in languages? And the best way to do that is really mediation. And this is how we came up with the idea of online mediations.
Okay. I hope that's going to be not a very sensitive question, but how did you meet guys?
Oh, sure. Not a sensitive question. So professionally, Natalia and I had a very big case a few years ago together where we were, handling international relocation of a child, a Hague Convention case, and we both discovered that we both have an interest in international custody disputes, international family law, and that's how our business partnership was born. And then the instant mediations idea came more or less from us also loving technology and wanting to incorporate technology because I live in Texas, she lives in Poland, and so we had to find a way to help our common business work and grow. And so online mediation, international online mediation became a natural evolution, that will allow us to help other people connect anywhere instantly with people who might want to do mediation online.
Because also connecting to that, what Mark had just said, you can be trained in mediation in Texas, you can be trained in mediation in Poland, we can be trained in mediation in Florida, but all what it is about bringing people together and letting this miracle of mediation happen.
Okay, that's my next question. I know that you are running an amazing project, which is instantmediations.com. So why don't you tell us something more?
Sure. So the name instantmediations.com came from Natalia because we envisioned mediation not being instant because sometimes it takes a very long time to get a settlement agreement. But we wanted to make the process of beginning a mediation and facilitating mediation instant because we think it was always very difficult. This idea came out of us from May 2019 after we finished our Florida mediation certification. But it took coronavirus to really kind of blow it up and let people know more about it. But the idea of instant mediation is very simple. It's to help mediators and parties do 5 things. It helps the mediator get found, helps the mediator get booked or scheduled, helps them get paid, helps them do a mediation, whether it's through Zoom or Microsoft Teams or WebEx. And then finally, it helps them get e-signatures. And if you can do those 5 things, get booked, get scheduled, get found, get booked, get scheduled, get paid, and get Zoomed, and get an e-signature, then you're set. That's all you need. And so we're wanting this project to basically allow a mediator just to bring their brain and their laptop and the internet, and that's it. And then we do the rest of the marketing of trying to get the word out there so that people know, okay, if I need a mediator instantly and I can start up mediation in a matter of minutes, this is the avenue I go through.
So our interest is to invite every single mediator onto our platform where they can easily just set up themselves as mediators, giving their professional details and how they can be contacted. It's absolutely free, and it is important for us that we have a hub where mediators all over the world can be found either by their language or by their profession or by any other preference that a party to mediation might be. And this is how we want to help people just find mediators, but also the mediators, to get this featuring that allows them to being found by the clients.
Yeah, the next question is, and that's my hope as well, to organize some online courses for Polish mediators, members of our mediation center at the Warsaw Bar. You think it's possible?
Definitely. So some time ago, we worked with some other people and started up the academy. So it's academy.instantmediations.com. And the academy basically is a place where mediators can come together to be trained and to learn about online mediations. Not just pushing buttons on the screen, but actually learning about communication and understanding how psychologically the human mind works in terms of meeting together on a screen. Okay, sometimes not even on a screen, sometimes by audio or just in writing, because there's many different types of mediation that doesn't involve just sitting in an office like we are all used to. And so we're open to working with groups around the world who want training for themselves or for their staff, whether it's personal one-on-one coaching or it's a group, kind of training. Right now, we've had a course being taught by Professor Daniel Rainey from the DC area in the US, and he's able to do it internationally as well, and we just have to add the language component. Okay.
And what is important for us is also that when you do the online mediation, like in every single online environment, you need to be recognizable and you need to present to certain standards. So what we want to focus on in training and gathering people is really maintaining those international standards in mediation, in remote mediations, meaning being by text, being done by voice communication, which might happen sometimes, and also especially in online mediations, because there are such standards. And if you are able to comply with them, you are guaranteeing your parties who are mediating with you that they are safe, they are secured, and that you represent a certain level of competence to make the parties come to an agreement.
Okay. Anything else you would like to share with the public about mediations or mediation platform?
Sure. I guess the only thing I guess forgot to mention about Instant Mediations and the trainings is the whole issue of ethics. Whenever you're trained in traditional mediation, you always have to have a certain number of ethical, training and teachings, and so you can understand what rules and policies should be in place, how to make sure the mediation experience is sacred, how do you make sure that the mediation agreement is enforceable, how do you make sure that it's confidential and private. There's all these things. But now once you turn it over to the online world, then things are a little different. In fact, we have not been thorough enough in terms of the scholarship for what are the best practices. And I think this is one thing that we want to establish for online mediation. We want to bring some kind of legitimacy to the process so people can respect it, so they can see that this is not something that's going to be here to stay for 2 minutes and then be gone after coronavirus. But people are getting used to it, so therefore we need to bring seriousness to it so that we could help, create some kind of metric system for ethics and good ethical guidelines, good, clear, concise rules that we should have in your online mediation. And so that's the only thing that I hope will change and start happening more and more and more. Because I think many people do think this is not here to stay, but I think it is here to stay because we've all gotten used to it now.
And what I would want to add to it is that I would like to encourage all the mediators and all the parties not to be afraid. Because if we are able to trade in the internet, doing shopping in the internet, booking our visits with specialists, why can't we move into online mediations, especially if the children all around are learning remotely using the same tools?
Yes, of course.
So just don't be afraid. First of all, it is a matter of handling technology, but second is applying your best mediators practices in an online environment. And we want to say that instantmediations.com was created specially to help to combine the two and to make the mediators aware that there are other online mediators, that we have common issues, common problems, we can discuss them together, and everybody is welcome.
Yes. Okay, so I'm seeking for online courses on your platform, and I hope all of us, our mediators from our center, will be participants of your courses. Thank you very much. It was great to have you here in Poland. Any estimations when you're going to come back here?
Hopefully soon. I gotta get back to Texas, but I'll be back.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Marcjanna, for inviting us, for giving us this floor and your time. And we're grateful, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.